Hello everyone, my name is Rez, and today we're going over Mythic Harjatan and how to tank him. Now I'm going into this video assuming you've already done it in normal and heroic and know those mechanics. The new mechanic on Mythic is that there will eggs that will spawn in the corners of the room. You have to bring Harjatan to a certain color of these eggs, have him break it with his unchecked rage, and then kill the egg, and then these tadpoles will spawn. This fight is extremely tough for tanks. He does a lot of damage with the bleed abrasive armor, with his cleave, the unchecked rage. There's a lot of repositioning, there's a lot of swapping, there's a lot of movement. And there are adds you have to deal with, of course, so it's a pretty involved fight for tanks. Without further ado, we're going to get into the pull, and I'm going to go over it. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to have my off tank start with him. And when we pull him, we're going to bring him to the center of the room and face him towards the middle. At this point, you want your entire raid to be stacked up on whoever's tanking the boss. Just a really tight stack on the boss to deal with the unchecked rage. You want to swap off abrasive armor at 4 stacks. 5 isn't that bad, but 6 and 7 can be pretty tough. Murlocs are coming in. There are 2 types of Murlocs, the Wave Menders and the Gladiators. You can't tank the Gladiators, you can take the Wave Menders, so you want to taunt the Wave Menders and bring them in. I did the taunt swap there right before the unchecked rage came out. The unchecked rage came out, and there it goes. The eggs are coming up. You want to look for blue eggs, green eggs, and then the yellow eggs in that order. So we found the blue egg first, or we saw the blue egg, so we're going to go over there. Blue egg takes top priority. You want to move the boss there as soon as you can, because when he does his unchecked rage, he breaks the egg. You have to swap all your DPS onto the egg and kill it. At this point, you want to bring the boss to the opposite side of wherever the other egg was. It was also our turn to swap, so he taunted the boss and moved him away from the tadpoles that spawned here on the purple marker. During this phase, I'm not tanking the boss. He's doing his draw in, so I'm going around helping DPS with the tadpoles and killing the Murlocs. During this Frigid Blows phase, you just have one tank him, and then after that is when you swap. I'm going to taunt here right now, and then you want to stack back up again. More Murlocs are going to come out soon, and then after that he's going to do his unchecked rage. After that unchecked rage, more eggs are going to come out. So here are the Murlocs. I'm taunting them in on me, and misdirect helps here as well. Unchecked rage went out, and then the eggs are coming up soon. So we're looking around for the blue egg. If we can't find a blue egg, we go to the green egg. Alright, so there's the blue egg. It's over on purple. Bring the boss there as fast as you can, and make sure all of your raid is stacked up between Harjatan and the egg. And then at this point, of course, all your DPS swap to the egg, and my off tank's going to take him to the opposite side of where the Murlocs, or where the tadpoles are. When the tadpoles die near the boss, they give him a 50% damage buff, and that buff lasts for the entire duration of the fight. So you want to make sure the boss on the opposite side of where the tadpoles are spawning. In that case, the tadpoles are spawning over at red, so we have him here on the opposite side. And again, I have my off tank tanking the boss. I'm dealing with the ads, coming over to the boss and taunting him off. And then after this Frigid Blows phase, we need to stack back up again for unchecked rage. Here he just does extra damage to the raid. Use the healing cooldown here during that Frigid Blows phase. We have it all lined out. And we're stacking back up for unchecked rage, and Murlocs are coming out. There's a very short window where there's no Murlocs or no tadpoles to deal with. During these phases is when you want to get a lot of DPS on the boss. This boss has a really shortened rage timer, and therefore is a really tight DPS check. More Murlocs are out. I'm taunting him, bring him into me. And then, after that unchecked rage that just went out, more eggs are spawning. I'm looking around for him. Alright, I see the blue one over here at green. Move over there as fast as possible, call it out, say, hey, it's over on green, let's go. I'm going to quickly go over what the eggs do here. The blue egg spawns a tadpole that jumps around, leaving those pools of water. Very annoying to deal with. You want as little water as possible. That's why we go to the blue one first. If we don't see the blue one, we'll go over to the green one. What the green one does is spawn what's called a colicky tadpole, and it jumps around randomly, dealing damage when it lands, and targeting random players. That's extremely annoying to deal with because it jumps around randomly, and it can accidentally jump into the boss, kill it, and give it a damage buff, which I believe happens here. The third color of eggs is a group of yellow colored eggs. Those spawn sickly tadpoles, which fixate to random targets and move extremely slowly. Those are the easiest to deal with because they're AoE, they don't have a lot of health, and they move very slowly. If you are fixated, you want to be sure that you don't move towards them, obviously, because when they explode, they do a lot of damage. Frigid Blows phase here again. And now we're stacking back up for the next Unchecked Rage. Still swapping at 4, 5 stacks if we have to. You want to save your cooldowns for, I would say, past halfway through during the Unchecked Rage, or if you have to solo tank the boss for an extended period of time and you get up into those 5 or 6 stacks. Misdirect is out on me, bringing the adds to me. It's very important you focus the Wavemenders down first and then the Gladiators. The Wavemenders pop more of these pools around, and again, the little there are, the better. I found the green egg here, so we're going over to red, and we're killing the green egg, dropping Darkness for the Unchecked Rage, dropping Spirit Link for the Unchecked Rage. And now my off tank is moving him to the opposite side of where the tadpoles are spawning. And I'm going and helping out with DPS. The Wavemenders can be interrupted, so if you can interrupt them, please do that. You should have DPS assignments for what kind of classes, what kind of specs are going to which color or which ads. That's what we found out worked the best. So we had like our cleave, more of our stronger cleave AoE classes go to the sickly tadpoles, and our single target onto the Murlocs, and we had a couple people just tunnel the boss the entire time. Our DPS was a little low here. It was our first kill. We were still getting used to it. My tank just fell over here. I think he might have been standing in the puddle, or his mitigation fell off. He's playing a Prot Warrior. We're still in Frigid Blows phase. The longer the fight goes on, the longer the Frigid Blows phase lasts. And now we just hit the enrage timer, so I just got hit. Like I said, our DPS was pretty low. So what we're doing is just having people kite. Our hunter and our mage were extremely strong there. So yeah. So just want to quickly go over it again. Make sure you're paying attention to the eggs. You want to move Harjatan to the blue egg first. If you don't see a blue egg, go to the green. And then do it in that order every single time. Make sure everyone's stacked for the Unchecked Rage, whether that's in the middle of the room or in front of the egg, depending on what phase you're in. Avoid the green puddles on the ground. Move the boss around if you have to. Swap on 4 or 5 stacks. Don't go more than that, because it's going to get extremely rough for you to deal with. And yeah, get the ads down. Overall, the boss hits extremely hard, but it's not too complicated for tanks, just because it's fairly straightforward. You swap, you move the boss, but you just have to make sure you're managing your cooldowns, you're managing your mitigation, because that dot stacks in damage extremely quickly, and the Unchecked Rage does a lot of damage, even if your entire raid is stacked up. So thank you for watching. I hope this helped. Next up, I'll be doing Mythic Inquisition, and then normal and heroic guides for Harjatan and Inquisition as well. Those should be coming out soon. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped you, and I will see you later.
I got it! Fuck yeah! What up? I'm a hero!
No, I think Sildus is a fucking hero.
Dude, you should have seen what I fucking did.
Man, Sildus was running around with that shit
Yeah,
forever.
dude, you gotta hear this shit. So it comes over to me.
I fucking love Artifact